This is Zach's season 8 finale predictions.
This is my season 8 finale predictions. I can't even say things right.
Zach's finale predictions. Go ahead.
All right, let's hear them.
All right, so I still think somehow Vogel is part of the brain surgeon thing. Like, I still think she still has, because I thought after they got rid of the one guy, I was like, nope, that was sort of a red herring. But now that we've gotten this new piece of brain again, I'm like, I still feel like Vogel is a part of this brain surgeon thing. I actually, for a hot second, thought she was the brain surgeon, but I'm like, that's a stretch. So I don't know. We'll see. I think that I don't know what. I guess what else should I be predicting?
Like, how do things end for Dexter
happens to certain
mostly?
Characters.
Yeah, like how does it end for the main characters? Dexter, Deb, Quinn, Batista.
All right, so I think Quinn killed Cassie and will eventually be found out due to Rockstar detective work. I think that Batista will be made captain. I don't know why. It just seems like that's something that they would do in the show to just promote him for some weird reason. Because what's his name's going to retire eventually, or supposed to, or whatever.
Matthews?
Matthews, yeah. I think, let's see. Oh, because Detective Black Lady is now the sergeant, so she could become sergeant. She would become lieutenant. But those are just ancillary, really. Deb, I think Deb will rejoin Miami Metro, but I don't know in what way. Like, will she go back to just being like a detective? Yeah, I think so. I think she'll just be a detective, or maybe she'll move to a different department or something. I don't see her taking back the mantle that she had at one point. But I do see her rejoining Miami Metro and living till the end. I don't see her dying at all. I think Vogel might die at some point. I don't think Hannah or Dexter die, but I think they somehow run away together. I guess at this point, that's all I can think of. It, like with what I have to go on, is that somehow they end up, I don't know, out of the country or something together. Yeah. I think Jamie and Quinn break up because Jamie finds out that Quinn murdered her friend. I think that Cody and Aster will never be heard from again. I think that Harrison has got a real shit into the stick with the Dexter for a dad. And nothing.
What do you think happens with Harrison?
I would assume he would just go to the grandparents. I guess
with
Cody and Aster.
Yeah, with Rita's parents,
right? Because he's still half Rita's. So yeah.
So you mentioned, are you thinking the Vogel is just part of the brain surgeon, or she is the brain surgeon?
At first, I thought she was the mastermind behind whoever was the brain surgeon. And then part of me wavered and was like, maybe she actually is the brain surgeon because she knows so much about this stuff. So I'm kind of 50-50 on both. Like, I 50% think she's the mastermind, and I 50% think she is.
Okay. Well, I wrote these all down so we can refer back to them easily when we get to the end of the show. Obviously, we shouldn't talk about them because apart from Zach, the rest of us know whether these things come true or not.
Yeah. Oh, and I think Masuka. Let's see, Masuka. I think Masuka leaves for the private sector.
So one of my questions, in addition to how you think it will end, what is as somebody who has now watched almost all the way through, what would be your hope for how it ends? Like, if you wrote the perfect ending for the character of Dexter, how you would envision, what do you want the end to be?
I mean, I kind of want the Breaking Bad ending. Like I would want him to die. Like I think that there's just too much for him to do, and like he seems like he keeps ruining things and messing things up more so than anything else. Like his actions have had consequences on other people that have been worse, and maybe for him to, instead of being like selfish and being like I could fix this, being like, oh no, I by fixing this I have to die so that this stops happening to people.
Yeah. It's crazy. This and the Breaking Bad finale were programmed against each other.
Yeah.
They aired
Spoiler
at the exact
alert,
same
one
time.
is better.
Oh, right.
It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
this
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brooke and I both watched Breaking Bad live and then watched
Like
Dexter
God,
DVR
just watched like
and
the
went to bed
best
very
and the
disappointed.
worst simultaneously.
But like, also, would it have been any better if you watched Dexter live and then watched Breaking Bad? Like,
Yeah,
you might
because
have.
I would have like forgotten about
Yeah.
how pissed I was at Dexter because the Breaking Bad ending's so great.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. So that's
Like just that opening shot in Breaking Bad, the last episode when they play that like Marty Williams song and he's like back in town.
I guess if I was
That episode is so good.
Everything about that is just so
Right.
good.
If I was writing it, it would be that Deb comes to terms with everything and either gets Hannah arrested or kills her, and then also basically does the same for Dexter. Like, I think in terms of the fact that this is just as much Deb's story as it is Dexter's story, let's see Deb finally do the thing that she should have been doing all along, or like coming to terms with it or whatever. Or Dexter being like, Deb, I need you to kill me. And she's like, gladly, or finally, or whatever, something like to that nature. But yeah, that's what I think would be a good ending enough, where I'd be like, okay, I'm satisfied enough from all of the garbage that I've watched. So
How do you feel? How do you want the brain surgeon storyline to pan out?
I guess I kind of want Dexter to kill Vogel to a certain degree. Like, I want him to figure out, I guess if she's part of it, then I want him to sort of figure that out and then take it out. Cause I think it's just a matter of like, everything that he has done and that she's created. Basically, it's like Frankenstein's monster taking out Dr. Frankenstein when they find out what they've done,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.